Hello everyone, this is Gansham Bajaj. I hope you all are doing very well. In this video, we are going to learn potentiometer. Potentiometer is a very important device. It is used to measure an unknown EMF accurately as well as potential difference accurately. It measures accurately because it does not draw any current. That's why it is far better than voltmeter. Let's see the primary circuit of the potentiometer. It consists potentiometer, battery, key and rheostat. Let's discuss about construction of potentiometer. Potentiometer consists 4 to 10 wires of constant and manganese. Each wire has 1 meter length. Wooden table has also a scale to measure the reading. The wires are made up of constant or manganese because these wires are having low coefficient of temperature dependence and high resistivity. These wires have uniform cross section. All wires are connected in series. The circuit diagram of the potentiometer can be drawn like this. At the upper side you can see there is a primary circuit which consists battery, key. In secondary circuit, the positive terminal of EMF is connected with the potentiometer at point C. Negative terminal of the cell is connected with galvanometer, resistance box and jockey. Jockey is used to obtain the balance point on the potentiometer. As we have discussed, the potentiometer wire has high resistivity and low temperature coefficient because they are made up of constant and manganese. Let's discuss about principle of potentiometer. In simple terms, we can say potential drop is directly proportional to length if the wire has uniform cross section and constant current passes through it. So the working principle depends on the potential across any portion of the wire which is directly proportional to the length of wire that has a uniform cross sectional area and current flow is constant. So V proportional to L and V equals to KL. Where K is proportionality constant, it is called potential gradient. Potential drop is directly proportional to length. How does it come? Let's see. As you know, V equals to IR and R equals to rho L upon A. So you will get V equals to I rho L upon A. As you know, the resistivity of wire is constant as well as cross sectional area and current are constant. So I rho upon A is equals to constant. So we'll get V equals to KL and V directly proportional to L. So the potential drop is directly proportional to length if the cross sectional area, resistivity and current are constant. Let's discuss about potential gradient. What is potential gradient? The potential drop per unit length of potentiometer wire is known as potential gradient. So K equals to V upon L. Also you can say potential drop per unit length and its unit is volt per meter but its practical unit is volt per centimeter. Let's discuss about the precaution of the potentiometer. The EMF of driving cell is greater than the unknown EMF of cells. प्राइमरी सर्किट में जो सेल कनेक्ट होता है उसका ईएमएफ हमेशा ज़्यादा होना चाहिए जो सेकेंडरी सेल में सेल कनेक्ट होते हैं उनसे. अनदर प्रिकॉशन इज दैट द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ सेल्स शुड बी कनेक्टेड एट द सेम पॉइंट. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द टू इम्पॉर्टेंट एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ potentiometer. The first application is the comparison of EMFs of two primary cell and the another application is the internal resistance of a primary cell can be measured by a potentiometer. As you can see in the primary circuit, the battery, ammeter, key and rheostats are connected at point A. In secondary circuit, the positive terminals of E1 and E2 are connected at point A and the negative terminals are connected at the two-way key. And the two-way key is connected with galvanometer and galvanometer is connected with jockey which is used to obtain the balance point. During the practical, first of all close the key K as well as K1 and obtain the balance point. It will give the reading of E1 which will be equals to KL1. Now open the key K1 and close the key K2 so you will get the reading of E2 which will be equals to KL2. Let's see the expression E1 equals to KL1 when key K1 is closed, E2 equals to KL2 when key K2 is closed. Now divide these two equations so we'll get E2 upon E1 equals to L2 upon L1. If we know the EMF of first cell so we can get the EMF of second cell by the formula L2 upon L1 into E1. Let's see the another interesting application to find the internal resistance of a primary cell with the help of potentiometer. Primary cells which cannot be recharged again. In this diagram you can see the primary circuit consists battery, rheostat, key as well as potentiometer. In secondary circuit there is a cell whose positive terminal is connected with A point and negative terminal is connected with galvanometer. A higher resistance box and a key are connected in parallel with the cell, and jockey is connected with the galvanometer. Jockey is used to obtain the balance point. When key K2 is open, then you will get the reading of EMF of cell, but when it is closed, so you will get potential difference across this cell. See the expression, when key K2 is kept open, so you will get the reading of EMF of cell which is equals to KL, and when key K2 is kept closed, so V equals to KL1. Divide these two equations, you will get E upon V equals to L1 upon L2. You know very well E equals to IR plus capital R, where R is the internal resistance, capital R is the external resistance, and V equals to IR. So you divide this both equation, you will get E upon V equals to R plus R upon R. So E upon V equals to L1 upon L2, and another equation E upon V equals to R plus capital R upon capital R. So you put the value of E upon V, which is L1 upon L2, so you will get L1 upon L2 equals to R plus capital R upon R. So R plus R upon R equals to L1 upon L2. Now you will get small r equals to capital R E upon V minus 1. Put this value, R equals to capital R L1 upon L2 minus 1. So you can find easily internal resistance of the cell by this formula, small r equals to capital R L1 upon L2 minus 1. Let's discuss about the superiority of the potentiometer to a voltmeter. Voltmeter does not give accurate reading, but potentiometer gives accurate reading. So voltmeter gives a reading which is E minus IR, so there will be loss due to resistance of the voltmeter. Potentiometer gives accurate reading because it does not draw any current. At the null point there is no current through the cell, so this voltage is exactly same as the EMF of the cell. So the potentiometer gives accurate reading and voltmeter does not give accurate reading. So a potentiometer is superior than a voltmeter. Voltmeter measures only terminal potential difference, but potentiometer can measure terminal potential difference as well as EMF of the cell. The accuracy of a potentiometer can be increased to a great extent by increasing the length of the potentiometer wire, but the accuracy of a voltmeter cannot be increased beyond a certain limit. Potentiometer is a very sensitive device. If there is change in length, then reading of potentiometer will be changed. So we have learned lots of things about the potentiometer. It is a very accurate device which is used to measure unknown EMF as well as potential difference accurately, and it is superior than the voltmeter because voltmeter has lots of losses. Thank you very much. I hope you have learned lots of things from this video. If you like this video, then please subscribe this YouTube channel. If you have got any query, you can ask on the comment box.